Hello, my name is Kyle.
I'm Alex.
And we are Pseudo Adults. Hey, welcome to episode 165 of the Pseudo Adults podcast. It's available anywhere that you find podcasts, you guys. Schmods. But if you want to watch the podcast, you can see us, let's say IRL, but that's not quite. You see us.
It's kind of IRL.
Yeah, you could see us with your eyes and not just with your ears.
Yeah, and your R's and L's.
Your Earls?
Yeah.
You can see us with all your R's and L's.
By being a YouTube Space Zamboni member.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And do you want to level up your life with pop culture? Is that what we're...
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it sounded right. I'm like, yeah.
Do you want to level up your life using pop culture and other stuff like that?
Please.
Or take a course? Go to Tony.com or InnerWarriorStudios.com or check out his YouTube or in his Inner Warrior Studios.
What's the other one? The
InnerTechWarrior.com. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I knew it. It was there, but I was under too much pressure. I was so scared.
Then if he builds a deck, he's Inner Deck Warrior.
Whoa, yeah.
That's true. Maybe that's where he is right now.
Building a deck?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
He looks at me for confirmation. I don't have it.
I thought you knew he's your brother.
It doesn't mean I don't know where he's at any time.
Hello?
Hey, it's me, a Tony.
You did my head wrong. I'm like, no.
He's nailing in the deck.
What's that noise, Tony? Nothing.
Yeah, I'm dismantling a deck.
Yeah. Oh,
my God,
that's
bro.
the first step in building a deck. Dismantle the old.
That's true.
That's right. Oh, so we got a fun bunch of things to talk about this episode. You guys saw a lot of movies. There's some show stuff.
We saw a bunch of movies.
A bunch of movies. So maybe we should just
Jizz right in.
yeah, exactly.
Which is nice.
Just,
Oh my God.
that's where I think we need to
we
start.
saw the Super Mario Brothers too. Do we have it on the outline?
Oh yeah, that's
All
first.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So I gotta. I don't know. Is there somewhere between a question, a bone to pick, just a general inquirization? Okay. So you guys, this is not a commercial by any means. You have the Regal Town Pass.
Yes.
The Regal Flash Pass.
Mm-hmm.
That gets you into the movies by spending like enough. What is it, like two movies worth? You get to watch as much as you want for the month.
It's like a movie and a half. It's like $23.
Okay, that's true, with fees and shit like
Yeah.
that. Okay, so I think I've been on record even on this podcast of saying that opening Regal movie quote thing that they do before every movie makes me want to walk out of every movie that I go to.
Yeah.
So, and if you've gone to a Regal movie theater, you know what I'm talking about.
Seen it every single time.
So, how do you guys describe after having the Regal Pass? Is it like learned helplessness? Is it Stockholm Syndrome? Do you think you've always liked it?
No.
Because, spoiler alert, these guys, I think, have become, their mental illness has gone to the point where they're like, this is fun and we can quote it.
Surely you can't be serious.
I feel like that's how it is for me. I was really cringe about it for a while, but after seeing it a bunch of times, I'm like, oh, and you know, your wife and another one of our friends knows it by heart, pretty much.
It's like it kind of like charmed you.
Yes.
like, you know what? It's like it's a battle that you can't win. You got to see this thing, so you might as well have fun with it.
I still fucking hate it.
I learned one line, and after doing that, I was like, you know what? That felt less bad when I said it myself. So I've just been ironically saying it each time and trying to learn the whole thing as well.
It was very funny to like you guys just like no,
Which is nice.
It was really, dude, we were watching what movie before that? Shazam 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing the whole thing again. And the people like rose behind us were just like cracking up.
Yeah, they were like, did you hear those guys?
Yeah. Did you hear them? He's like, unfortunately.
Yes.
And when Gianna walked into the theater, she went, "Hey, you guys!" And I was like, "John, please no."
Oh my.
And she did. She bought popcorn and she went, "So I got that going for me."
Yep. Oh my God, yeah. Which is nice.
She's becoming a living me.
Yeah, she was hoping the guy would have said it, and what he say is like, oh.
Yeah, he was like, okay.
Yeah. Couldn't even follow through with the commercial.
No.
Yes, so on the opposite end, our friend Mark, when we went to see the Super Mario Brothers movie, actually stormed out of the theater during that part.
Yeah, he did.
I just picture him. I wasn't there. I didn't get to see him leave it, but I picture him parkouring out, just like hopping over.
Yeah.
He walked out like the robot from Scooby-Doo.
I love that.
Yeah.
And he didn't turn. He just walked right through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was really nice, though.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
So I was talking about storming out of the movie, and he actually did it. So, so at least he's a man of action. I just say shit.
He was too busy getting his DWI in the bathroom. We all know that's a fact.
Yeah, if you want for more, watch Nostalgia Critique.
Yeah, it'll be on the next episode.
Yeah,
for sure.
He'd be like, speaking of nostalgia, about 2 weeks ago, at Regal Cinema.
That's a good one. On the paid content, advertise the free content. I like that avenue.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So unless you guys got any other like stories from the past couple weeks or so,
I have one.
Yeah, what's up?
Just because it happened literally yesterday. I was saying that Machine Gun Kelly has like a few actually good songs, and I think it's only because Travis Barker's on them.
Oh yeah.
And John was like, "Oh yeah, like I know Travis Barker. He's married to a Kardashian."
Yep.
And I was like, "Yeah," and
He got that candle
I'm like,
for Puchetta.
I was like, he also is part of a band that we really like, and
He also owns a restaurant called Crossroads Kitchen.
And he's
Yeah,
also
there
a
you
part
go.
of the Aquabats.
Yeah. She's like, what? Which band? And I was like, she's like,
What?
yeah. She's like, name a song. I was like, I was like, here's your letter. I tried to do the most obscure.
Oh my god.
I'm like, she's not gonna know it. She goes, that doesn't help. And then she's like, sing a lyric. I was like, I'm feeling this.
God.
And then she's like, oh my god. I was like, I'm surprised you knew that he was married to Kourtney Kardashian before you. But
Did she say My Chemical Romance when you
no,
started
she
singing the
knew it.
song?
She knew it.
all right.
And she actually loves Blink-182. We went to the show together and everything. I think she just had a lapse in her memory, but it was really funny.
That's me every day, bro.
Travis Barker, as famously known from dating a Kardashian.
I don't know how that man just does that with his wee wee. It just gets around, and he's such a he is, his public persona is such a quiet,
reserved guy,
reserved, thoughtful person. He always seems like he's got like a close, tight knit group of friends.
Yeah,
but then he just like is like got an incredibly public marriage, and like now he's probably gonna be on. We might see Kardashians like just wandering around when Blink-182's local on their tour. Who knows? That tour starts in like under a month now.
bruh.
And Travis has like a broken I'm just gonna say all his ribs are broken. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's always
again.
breaking.
got a broken
again.
barracuda.
He
He breaks
I think
everything.
It's by drumming. You know that thing that he does.
Yeah, with his feet. He
Yeah.
breaks his legs all the time drumming.
Yeah,
It's like glass.
he drums with his tits.
I love that. Oh my god, with Go-Gurt nipples.
Yeah, yeah.
Unga bunga.
Chungalunga.
Te gusta?
Me gusta mi nipples.
Noijitat.
Noijitat.
All right. Well, yeah, Machine Gun Kelly. So some people really dig the album that Travis Barker did with them. I don't know if he's done more than one album because I don't follow that closely. But I
Neither
checked it
do
out.
I.
And I was like, these songs are cool.
Yeah.
He's got a unique voice and stuff, but thinks he's hot shit.
That's the thing I like. Sometimes you gotta separate music from the artist.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, this is pretty neat songs, but I was like, I don't really jive with Mr. Gun Kelly.
Mr. That is his real name.
I think there was a point where I listened to all of his stuff.
Really?
I'd have to revisit that.
Okay.
Because that's what I've been doing recently. In between Time Crises episodes, I'm just like, what can I listen to fully? And like, I just download all the stuff and I put in a playlist and I listen to from beginning to end.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
You guys just made me think of something. My brain did like a couple like vertical leaps because Machine Gun Kelly is like with Megan Fox or whatever. And
What?
Yeah, you know that I think they're still together.
Yeah, that one of the songs was written about her.
Wasn't he also in Jackass 4?
Yes.
He was in that whole pool thing where they're gonna get punched in the balls.
I was like, blow up. Be so funny if it blew up.
So on that note of like celebrity dating news, did you hear that Taylor Swift just broke up with her
20th boyfriend? Girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm guessing it was just a boyfriend. I don't know if they were engaged or anything. They split after 6 years, and
that's a long one.
My wife showed me an article yesterday, and I thought he just looks like, or she looks like him with the girl wig on.
Oh my god. I'm
like, they're the same person.
Yeah, they're siblings.
Yeah.
They broke up. They found out they're related.
Maybe the ancestry came back and they were first degree relatives.
Dang. That's crazy.
That's why you're always at my family parties.
I'm sorry, I gotta let me call my boyfriend. Then she does like the Shazam thing where she walks behind a building. It's like,
puts a wig on.
oh my god, it's like ladybugs.
I would have loved that.
Yeah, so
can't wait for her song to reveal all the details of that relationship.
Yeah,
exactly.
When is she just gonna learn?
I heard Kanye's single, so.
Bro.
Sorry.
Nah, that's right. Because if they did that would be such a power couple.
Kanye.
well,
you know, year, my guy.
Yeah,
Kanye would be a good lover to her because he'll let her finish.
Yeah. Oh my god, he will.
I'm gonna let you finish. So that Super Mario Brothers movie, we saw it in theaters yesterday.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really good.
Yes. I mean, what did you? So maybe it's like thoughts, expectations versus like your actual thoughts of the movie.
I went in with low expectations.
Yeah.
Just because initially it had a low score. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Initially,
I saw the Rotten Tomatoes, the whole splatter.
I was like, uh-oh. But
Makes
it was
sense in
Mario.
retrospect. Like a critic isn't necessarily like gonna appreciate it, which I don't know if like you never played a Super Mario game, and you're a grown up. Like I think a kid probably could appreciate this movie regardless.
Yeah,
I think so.
Just because it's colorful, it's a whole new bunch of concepts and characters, and it's a lot of fun. But I think like a grown man, like, oh, impressed me.
But I'm surprised, like, if you're a fan of the video games, like, they had a lot of fun tidbits, especially if you played, like, a lot of Nintendo's catalog. There was enough there that it's, like, fulfilling.
The more you played Mario, the more you're going to enjoy what the movie has.
Yeah, because it has a lot of characters that are from the video games, and it's like, oh my god.
But I think if you're a person who just played, like, the old Donkey Kong and the arcades, and that was it, that's your experience in Mario, you're not going to pull the same... that like we did from it.
Yeah, if you're an old crusty critic.
Old fogey.
Yeah. You're an old crusty critic and you haven't played any of the new Marios or followed up, you're not going to enjoy it as much. Which I feel like, is that the problem? Because what's like the ratings on the Minions movies or stuff like that? Like,
well, yeah,
do
the
they
Minions
have a
movies,
popcorn?
Not going to lie, watching them with AJ and stuff, not as bad as I thought they were.
I want to watch them. I think I own them and the Despicable Me's because I've never seen them. I always hear really good things about both of those movies, but I've never seen them.
But I think that's the issue because like the audience score for this movie is good. So
oh my god,
and the box office is great,
right?
Oh really? I think it was like 80 when I saw.
Oh,
so
damn.
It probably went up. I wouldn't be surprised at all. More people saw it.
Right. I feel like that's how it goes, like positive word of mouth, and all of a sudden everyone's flooding out to see this movie.
Yeah.
The
box office is already like one of the top animated movies ever.
Wow.
And I was like, Jesus Christ. They projected 394 mil for this weekend.
Any of your like expectations versus actual thoughts?
I thought it was going to suck, to be completely honest. I was like, oh no, this movie's going to be ass.
Then, like, before we went to the movie, though, we looked at the Rotten Tomatoes score, and it had the critics, the
audience.
Regular, the audience score, and it brought hope. I was like, I still got it going. I mean, we did the movie Flask.
I think it's good for me to always kind of go in with, like,
low expectations. That's what happened when the other movie we'll speak about.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's like a few movies that I was like, I don't think it's going to be good. And then I'm like, oh, all right.
They're great.
Let me keep paying for this Regal pass.
On that note, you were telling me the other day, Alex, that you're like, is it because I'm paying for this thing that I'm like really forgiving of movies or something like that?
Yeah, it's been weird.
Like, yeah. We've been watching them and they haven't been bad yet.
Yeah, so far we haven't had one that's been really bad. Like, we have a couple of movies in the line that we're streaming for next that it seems like may not have been reviewed very highly.
Yeah.
So we're hoping we'll see our first bad movie, not outside of the theaters.
Gun for a shitty one now.
Yeah, but so far, all the ones that we've seen have been really good.
Yeah.
Even Ant-Man was fun.
I thought Ant-Man was okay. Yeah, it wasn't
terrible, as bad as people were saying.
Yeah, I agree.
In regards to, I too was going into the Super Mario movie with low expectations. I think it was tough not to.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet the person that went in with the highest of expectations.
Mark.
You think so?
I think so.
Because it was all, you know.
I was trying to like battle it in my brain.
Because like the ride to this movie over time was like the Chris Pratt casting, the Mushroom Kingdom. Here we come.
I was sad that they took
That wasn't even in the movie.
I know.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I was like, we could dive a little bit more into specific and give a spoiler alert in a minute because we haven't said anything spoiler thus far.
Yeah, anybody that was aching for that line in the movie wasn't in there.
I said it to Matt when it happened.
I was like, this is where he's going to say it, right?
No.
Yeah.
And he never said it through the entire movie, so they just like nixed that line.
I think because so many people complained about it, they were like cutting it. Because someone was like, man, I can't believe they put that in the trailer even though it's not in the movie. I was like, I don't think that's the case. I think they cut it out after everyone reacted terribly to it.
It was funny. I was hoping for it.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
That's the only thing that lowered the score in my brain a little bit was that they removed that line.
No, but they had a meow.
They did have the meow.
I heard you guys
That was
erupt. I was like, was this like the Sonic transplant?
It's like, yes,
Like,
finally.
no, oh my god, even this movie.
Finally got it.
Got a meow in Sonic 1 and 2, and now in the Mario movie. Can't escape the meow.
Can't be more lucky.
Meow. It was amazing.
So maybe to start getting to spoiler territory, talk about like plot elements of the movie. If you haven't seen the Super Mario movie, you could skip ahead when we're on our next subject. Okay, here we go. So in regards to like, yes, I went to the movie expecting it to be kind of like blasé whatever, and I was worried about it being like a whatever rehash of like your standard Super Mario game plot. I like that what they did with Princess Peach in this movie, because not only was she not a damsel in distress, they didn't even like confront that type of trope. They just made her into a completely different character and made her do interesting, cool, heroic things and made her cool. So I give them a lot of props for just like not even like needing to address that, or like we don't need to like be like, that's old fashioned and like not this Peach. They're just like, no, this is the first Super Mario Brothers movie. I'm sure they want to make more, and they're able to make Peach a really fun character that I think anyone could enjoy. So that was cool.
Yeah. I think Peach has found her footing even in the games, right?
Oh,
like
big time. Even from the second Mario game, the American Mario game, because she was a hero in that second game, even though it was a dream. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and like Super Mario 3D World, where she's like actually playable for like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's good that they took that aspects and not the Mario, I'm going to make you cake while you fuck me.
Yeah, maybe it's like the first and the third game is where she's a damsel in distress.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Right.
And the second movie just does that the whole movie.
Super Mario World. For a while, she's a little bit of a damsel in distress. Definitely in the second game, she's playable though.
Super Mario Sunshine, she's a damsel in distress.
She's on vacay.
Oh yeah, I guess.
That bitch got vacay brain.
She's just low-key kidnapped.
She's like, I'm not doing it. I wasn't planning on doing anything this vacation, so I'm going to continue to do so.
And Odyssey, she's still kidnapped, yeah? Because that's the one where Bowser's like, I'm going to marry her.
That is
and he talks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. So I like that aspect of the movie. To talk about Mario himself for a second, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I thought that not necessarily. I mean, sure, I think Chris Pratt did a fine job actually voicing the character.
Oh yeah, big time.
But in regards to addressing a character that doesn't talk, like is known in the games, like he goes "Mamma Mia," Yahoo, and like Itako, and just like those little things. I like that he was one of the less talkative characters. I felt like he did talk, but not a lot. And I felt like that sort of light touch made it feel more genuine. So I also was like, I feel like that was intentional, like, and they did something pretty neat there.
I was said he didn't talk like it's me, Mario.
It clearly
I was upset.
Yeah, you more points
That's
off.
another little tiny couple of points. Maybe like 2 points.
Yeah, you like started like
shaping them up.
Yeah, but then like the meow, you're like back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that tags on points. That one's a win.
No, yeah, I liked Mario in the movie too. I liked the way they actually portray his character, even though it was like a really silly to see him like fail a whole bunch. I surprisingly didn't mind it as much as I thought I would. I thought there was going to be way more played up, like Mario's a fucking idiot. But the movie is like, oh no, he's like getting used to
The world.
like, yeah, exactly.
They had that at the beginning with the whole plumbing sitch. What I also liked is that a lot of the trailer was the beginning of the movie. Like and if they did have additions to it, you know, they did have the extended scenes and everything of like the trailer. So that way everything was fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except even the Rainbow Road, even though that was later.
Oh,
in the movie.
the carts, yeah, but
Yeah.
everyone was like, "That's the final shot of the movie," and like,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was surprisingly like towards the end, but like 3/4 through.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't the last battle. It was just smack dab in the middle.
That
It
was
was good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised by that.
Yeah, like who knew that they would actually try to incorporate the carts into the plot,
Too. Yeah.
and they made it like the DK people and stuff like that. Oh, that'll be one critique I have of this movie. They had Diddy, but just for a throwaway like line, I was like, you gotta have more Diddy Kong,
I know.
Yeah, I
I love
enjoyed-
Diddy Kong.
Diddly Kong. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I enjoyed the Donkey Kong area too. They had his actual house and stuff. It was the carts
Yeah,
were fueled on
Cranky Kong?
banana. Yeah, Bernie Sanders, Cranky Kong.
I like that whole joke that they did where it's Mario Kart, where they threw the banana peel on
Yeah.
the road. That was great.
Yep. No, that part was fun too. Diddy Kong and that, hopefully it's set up for like let them do spin-offs of different stuff. Like give them their time to shine too.
I love like a video game cinematic universe, and this is like I feel the most perfect video game movie out of all video game movies that have been made. I mean, I've never seen Tomb Raider or Prince of Persia, which did that get a second movie?
I
No.
don't think so.
So-
Was that with Jamie Lannister or whatever?
That was with what's his name? Wasn't it Jake Gyllenhaal? He was
Yes.
the Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
Oh, what was I thinking?
Yeah, it wasn't a great movie.
So, out of all the movies so far, I think this one's the win.
I think I agree with that.
Even with Sonic. Sonic was a lot of fun, but
Not like the games. Yeah.
no,
yeah.
definitely. This one's the most like accurate to the source material. And on top of that, it was just an enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
When I went back and was trying to like tell my wife about like this movie, I was like, you know how like The Last of Us like it's like was able to sort of like tweak some things and sort of like make it work better for the different mediums. Like I felt like they did that as well for this movie, just in a very different, colorful,
On
way.
steroids.
Oh God, yeah.
What were your thoughts? Spoiler alert again about that the Lumi whatever character that was
loved
like
it.
obsessed with death.
I loved it. That was my favorite character. A lot.
I was like, how is this happening?
I just like the disjointedness of the voice, the really sweet voice, to it being like, I want to die. Yeah.
Sweet embrace of death.
Yeah.
That character was
also in the
made for you.
trailers.
Yeah. No, I thought it was funny. I thought it was I happened more than I thought it would, but then it was like it's funny, it's not funny, and then it's funny again when they have like the lava scene, and it's like, oh, yeah. And the Lumas die like if Smash Brothers wise, Rosalini chucks those Lumas and they just pop back,
Yeah.
right? So a whole bunch of them die all the time.
That's right.
You just get born anew.
I mean, obviously, we knew we were gonna like Jack Black's Bowser,
Yeah, he was really good.
and yeah, it was no surprise. His Peaches song, I've listened to it like a few times on Spotify.
Really?
Now I heard that it's one of the iTunes top 100 songs right now.
Yes, it is.
Damn.
I just wish it was like a real song. It's only like a minute and a half. It's like a second grade song, right? Because all their songs are like a minute
Yeah,
and a
they're
half.
short.
But then he gets interrupted like the two times he plays it during the movie. So it's like I feel like I was like, could Mario Brothers have Oscar-nominated song.
Oh my god!
But I don't think just because it's so short and gets interrupted, I don't think it'll get that opportunity. But this movie could potentially be like a best animated feature.
Oh yeah, I think so.
That's pretty cool. They're gonna be up against Spider-Verse Part 2 or whatever. But
I never seen the first one.
I like the first one. It was
I
fun.
wanted to see it.
Let's watch it.
but
All
now
right.
you never can.
Yeah. It's in the Disney vault.
What are you talking about? Yeah, it's been shelved for like 100 years. I'm gonna be dead by the time.
Aw, damn.
Shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish you could have seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, one day.
I wanted more of Charlie Day's Luigi.
That's fair.
I thought like Luigi for a Super Mario Brothers movie, it wasn't like Mario Galaxy, Mario World. For a Super Mario Brothers movie, Luigi was just in prison like the whole movie.
Yeah, Luigi got done dirty.
Yeah.
I don't 100% remember. I thought Luigi's growth as I was watching the movie was like, oh, he's gonna learn to like not be so dependent on his brother and like kind of like save himself. Is that what happens, or does he get saved by Mario?
He got saved by Mario.
And then he saves Mario.
yeah.
Oh, so is that it? He gets to save him.
Yeah.
Is that what you get it?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. I feel like it left me wanting a little bit more from him. I feel like he was like they were just like they flashed back to them as babies, and he always needed his brother. It's like if only he could just sort of like be his own person.
I love that little like setback, the little kickback to.
They always dress
Video
like that,
game.
huh? I thought they dressed like that for their business.
I like the more detailed intro into the Mario family. That was great.
I know it was Easter eggs galore. Mark was sitting between us, and I heard Mark being like, "Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was good." Oh.
I was sitting next
I
to
never
Matt, and I
noticed,
still heard
yeah.
Mark doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't even
You
notice
didn't?
it. I was blasted, I guess.
I literally heard him say at one point when they were in the
he
castle.
repeatedly turned to you and said stuff.
Yeah, when they were in the castle, I literally heard him say, "There's Easter eggs all over this place."
Generally, with our conversations were about whiskey. I was like, "You want?" And he's like, "I'll have some later. Don't worry about it."
I'll have some now.
Bruh.
Let's go.
Dude, this is the perfect 12. The proper 12.
Thank you. Oh God, yeah.
It's crazy to have like a theater that sells like Trulies and stuff like that. That this is the world that we live in
Mark
now.
got his first
IPA.
movie beer.
Yeah.
And pretzels.
Oh,
He did beer and pretzels. No, he did beer and pretzels in the theater. You can't really do that.
that's
But he ate the pretzels before
Yeah,
he
he-
went to the
he ate
theater.
them in the lobby,
Downed
right in
them.
front of
What the fuck are you- He downed them like
Yeah, I'm like, I
he
guess
said that was his dinner.
I asked him. I was like, so you didn't want that for the movie? He's like, no.
Beer and pretzels eaten separately.
Well, the stomach got to combine them.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they made a stew in there.
Stew?
Maybe chocolate pudding.
Oh my god.
We're broken. He's broken us.
I love that song. That song's amazing.
Yeah, so yeah, it was Easter eggs galore, and
Easter.
Easter!
do I have to say it now? Do I have to acknowledge that we're recording this on Easter?
Easter! No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
Ha-ha. See, now we're not.
Yeah.
Because I said no.
Shit.
Yeah, because we're not.
Yeah.
What? All right.
Leicester. L. Easter.
That's right.
Leicester's Quest.
What?
Do you remember Lester's Quest?
Oh, I try to stay away from Leicester.
Oh,
First name Mo.
I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mr. Lester. Cool.
Lester from the Western.
All right. Any other last thoughts about the movie? I mean, it's like I like the whole bunch of moments of it, but I mean, who didn't?
Did anybody want a mustache ride from Mario and Luigi, or was it just me?
Peach did.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah, I felt like Peach kind of had the hots for Luigi at some parts. I was like,
He's going to get his Daisy. They already have to be working on a sequel, right?
Yeah. They just said it like the other day on Twitter, like a sequel development. But the movie made so much fucking money. It's like, yeah.
That's a given.
It's
should
like,
be.
now that this movie printed money, let's make a second one. But I thought it was kind of weird that they had the whole little Yoshi thing. They showed them all.
Man, yeah.
And then they're like, but post credits, here's Yoshi. I was like, we just saw a whole fucking bunch of
Yeah, it
them.
was a tribe of Yoshis.
And they even showed the egg at the Bowser's wedding party. So why was the egg like a, oh, wow.
Maybe that one at the wedding party is the one that's going to be the main Yoshi.
Is there really a main Yoshi?
I mean, Not really, but because I mean
When you put it
Mario
like
goes
that.
through a ton of Yoshis.
Yeah.
But usually the green one is the iconic first one that you start with, so I presume it would be the green one.
I've never played like a standalone Yoshi game.
Yoshi's Story is good.
Is it? Are you always playing as the same Yoshi, or does like one perish and you move on to the next one?
That and Yoshi's Island.
The N64 one, they perish and you get new Yoshis. Big time, because you have like the whole set of them. You get the whole color spectrum of them, and you get to collect them and play as them. And
Yeah.
the way you play as the other colored ones is by dying as. So,
There's really no examples of like, yes, this is the one true Yoshi.
except maybe the one that watched Mario when he was a kid.
That one stayed the same. On Yoshi's Island, that one was always like the green Yoshi.
But is that like the same one every game?
I mean, technically, even in Super Mario World, you mainly get the green Yoshi up until you go into the special areas.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
you're
where
always
you-
dropping Yoshis, and it's always new eggs.
Generally, it's always the green one.
So he rehatches out of the old egg, you're saying?
Yeah.
He just
And then what?
reincarnates?
Yeah, he gets reincarnated. And then what happens
Piccolo.
is technically you have to go to the special locations to get the ones that were colored, if I remember correctly. Like, I always remember having to go to Star Road to get the blue Yoshi.
Yeah, and they were specific type of Yoshis, too. Like the underwater Yoshi was the different color and stuff like that. But yeah. And then Mario Sunshine is all different colored Yoshis anyway, depending on what fruit you eat.
You know, those guys making these movies are just like they are gonna do whatever. Like they haven't put themselves in a corner. They could literally do anything they want. Still,
Yeah.
They don't even have to put Yoshi in the next movie if they don't want to.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, like actually screw that.
Yeah, that's for the third
It's still
movie.
jiggling over there. Yeah. Yeah. We were like before and after the movie, like we were just like, oh, we can't wait to see if there's like a post-credits thing for like, you know, Wario and Waluigi.
I really hope that they're somewhere in the next movies.
Yeah, I think they'll be in probably the second one or something.
They were some of my favorite characters. I really like Wario, especially the first game for Game Boy. That game was awesome.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
the Game Boy ones are really fun for Wario.
I think that's the first Mario game I ever had.
Really? Yeah, the Wario game? Wow.
Where he was the boss that you kept going back to.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same one, but I really liked that game, and I traded it with a friend, and I never got it back.
That's
and I got a game that I didn't like. It was another Mario game, but maybe it was like more classic. He was like, "This is the classic one." I'm like, "Oh, I really like this one."
Oh, the one where you get the underwater ship and everything. Because that was the classic one.
Maybe I was like, I liked the one I had so much more. I replayed it all the time.
That's the one where you get there's that like toy Mario world, and there's also the space Mario world where he wears the big old astronaut helmet. And it's like
I know this is a stupid reason to like the Wario game more, but I like the Wario game more because he had a bigger sprite. And you were able to see more of him and stuff. So when I was playing those games on a small screen, I always liked playing the Wario games because he was a big boy. Like, I like Wario, he's big. And then Waluigi's like, I want to play tennis, I show up. It's the only reason he showed up in the games at all.
I have a long reach.
Yeah. I want to play tennis. Who the fuck are you?
I like that they eventually had a Luigi equivalent.
Yeah. Literally because they didn't have a match in the tennis game.
Yeah.
So he showed up. Just, I have a racket. I want to play.
I don't have smooth mustache. It's really angled.
He's just a snooty European. I'm a Frenchman.
Yeah. Where did you come from? Oh my god.
Yeah, you're very nice.
Now we have who the cast is Waluigi.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Can they pay him enough?
Yeah.
That was overlooked, huh? We didn't think of him. We were always like Danny DeVito
How did we
for
not
Wario.
think about that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Good job.
Yeah.
Shit.
We've done it.
Okay.
See you in Hollywood.
If they do that, come on.
That'd be amazing.
It would be amazing, but it's like, damn. All right, so we got Danny DeVito and we have Borat.
Yeah.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two hottest, youngest actors.
You better believe it. They are hot and young.
I know.
And Danny DeVito always needs monster condoms for his Magnum dong. So, I mean,
That'll be a Wario line now.
if that is, that'd be sick.
Real life Easter egg.
Yeah, if they're able to pull some It's Always Sunny in there. That'd be so fun.
Is it weird that Seth Rogen's just straight up himself as Donkey Kong? Like,
whatever. It's
just he is a cartoon character,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's just like, oh yeah, this is normal, and we all expected it, and like
I think that's the only thing that made me okay with it is because it was announced early. We knew Donkey Kong was going to be doing it.
Yep.
So, but then when he did it, I was still like,
I didn't mind it.
That's why they pay him the big bucks.
I
Yeah.
like Seth Rogen, but yeah, it does get tiresome that he always just uses his regular voice.
yeah. Now Pumbaa and Donkey Kong sound the same.
That is true.
Yep. Oh yeah, I thought the beginning of the movie, which is that trailer, with the penguin people or whatever, I thought that was just the beginning of Thor: Love and Thunder, because it started with him in the
The
Guardians of
big
the
battle.
Galaxy fighting those like whatever, I don't remember, like owl creatures or whatever, and then the I'm forgetting. Oh, the Donkey Kong fight was just like Thor Ragnarok with Hulk fighting the Thor fighting the Hulk. I felt like there was very strong parallels. They like,
That's fair.
They were
yeah.
watching Thor while making this movie. Is what I'm saying.
Totally fair, yeah. I thought that fight with Donkey Kong was interesting. I think it was more so just to see how Donkey Kong was as a character than the fight even being meaningful, you know?
Yeah, sorry. I just
No, that's mostly what I
okay. Do you think anyone on the internet has inserted Rihanna into those shots yet?
Oh my god!
On that Super Smash Brothers stage?
I hope so.
All right. All right. So, why don't you guys talk about another movie that you saw? Any preference?
What you feeling?
Did we talk about John Wick 4 yet? Because that was my favorite.
Fucking amazing movie. That movie is so awesome. I love John Wick.
Nice. I mean, what was the what was the takeaway compared to the first three? Was it just like more of the same? Did it throw something extra in there?
I feel like it was longer. I remember like being so into the action that I had to go to the bathroom like an hour and a half into the movie, or like. Right, the movie was like 3 hours. Right?
I think the movie was like
What?
2 hours,
2:45.
something like that. It was long. Yeah.
So like
but it was good.
hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go to the bathroom. But that's like where the action, you're like already roped in. I was like, I'm just gonna have to hold. Like I can't leave. Like that's it. It was just so action packed. Like with Scream, I was kind of like, all right, well, I feel like we got to break away from the stuff that we're able to kind of sneak away and come back to. But no, like once everything really kicks in, like you're not really able to leave.
It's just relentless action.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! I'm like, oh my god, is this?
So I was the same way. I think I had to pee like 30 minutes into the movie, and I was like, I can't go to the bathroom. And Gianna, during the first action sequence, she ran to the concession stand, came back with a big popcorn, and she said, I've never had this feeling, but I wanted to like
eat because of like the intensity
how
of the
intense
movie.
the action sequences were. And I was like, I honestly got it too, because I was like,
oh my god,
it was an awesome movie. I think
the choreography was
amazing.
Fucking awesome. It was so good. Everything was really cool.
Wow.
Even who cares about their Kevlar tuxedos or whatever, their suits? I don't care. I think it's sick.
Yeah, they already introduced the little Batman thing that they do with the suits where it like blocks bullets.
It's like crazy gun fu superhero bullet blocking action. It was nonstop. It was so
that
cool.
spray-on dress that they did at the Fashion Week?
Mm-hmm.
They said they can make one of those that's like it's spray-on, but is also bulletproof.
That's
What
insane.
the hell?
So that means, hey, it's possible to do your little John Wick cape.
That's
so-
nuts. Damn.
Yeah, no, I thought the movie was fucking awesome. I think this movie from the other ones is kind of like he's trying to wrap up
Yeah, loose ends.
all of his loose ends. Where like the first thing he does in the
He's just
movie
trying
is
to
like
get
very
out.
much like, oh shit, like that's what he does right away. Like fuck.
Even in the last one, it seemed like he was trying to get out, but he's just so far in, they're not letting him out.
Right.
So is life.
And then this is the only escape that he could really like turn to.
Yeah.
Because he also visited the people at the high table, like the highest of
Yeah.
the highs, like back in the third movie. And it's like, all right, if that's not doing it, apparently, then something else has got to. And then they come up with their way of how to get him out.
It was awesome. It was really cool. Those oh my god, what was the scene I was thinking about? I'll come back to it.
That one where it's in the apartment complex and it's that overhead shot that's like a fucking
a top-down video game.
It's a top-down video game with that. What was it? Dragon
The
breath?
Dragon
bullet?
Breath, yeah.
It was so
and that scene's like
awesome.
10 minutes maybe.
It's so smooth,
or at least it
and
felt like
sick.
it, but it was so long and
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh my god, that scene is insane. There's a lot of really hardcore, like, action-y scenes. The movie doesn't need a lot of dialogue, which it doesn't have. It's got, like, cool lines when they are said, and then the rest of it is just amazing action.
I hear you. No, that's what you go into that movie wanting, and imagine if they didn't supply that. Be like, actually, this one is like the Kevin Smith movie. They're going to talk a lot and move very little.
Like Red State?
Yeah, like Red State.
I think the choreography of this movie makes you like upset at other movies because like the choreography is so fucking awesome that you're watching like we were watching Fast 6 and I was like, oh.
Is this why other movies don't have as good fight choreography? Because they're all working on John Wick, and and then the ones that like Birds of Prey were like from the makers of John Wick. It's like if you want to see a movie with good fight choreography, it's got to be these people. No one
Yeah,
else can
it's
do
crazy.
It now.
You got to just literally hire those people for like all fight scenes, so all
Yeah.
fight scenes can be cool.
They must always be working. Like they'll have a job forever.
They were in that Nobody movie, the Bob Odenkirk one.
Yeah.
They did a good job in that too. Those scenes were intense
Yeah,
too.
that movie was fun.
Yeah. I think this movie has a really funny sequence too, with like a long flight of stairs.
Oh my god, yeah.
Without
I think they're
spoiling.
Daredevil. What's going on? Or Joker?
Yeah.
What kind of?
Oh, it's
what kind of stairs are we talking here?
Oh, that's right. You haven't seen that?
yeah.
Damn.
I haven't seen it yet.
Bruh.
I don't.
Yeah. That's why I'm not trying to spoil nothing, but that scene had me actually dying laughing, and I don't know. I don't know if we're supposed to.
It's like both. It's like comedic, but it's also like, oh man, come on, get
Yeah.
up those stairs.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, tell me a joke about falling down the stairs. That's what it felt like because
It's insane.
goddamn, he falls downstairs for like a day.
That sounds funny though, and
Yeah.
it sounds like they were intentional funny.
It was really fun.
Well, that's cool. And
Yeah, highly recommend it.
and I imagine they're gonna keep making these movies until like no one wants to see them anymore, or like Keanu Reeves is like, I've been broken into 100 pieces.
I hope.
That's what I'm gathering from Lionsgate being like, we want another one. That's might
their
end
bread
up
and
being the
butter.
plan.
Now that Saw's kind of like done because that was their bread and butter
Wow.
for a bit.
Yeah,
Lionsgate, that's their big franchise now. Lionsgate got nothing else.
they're doing the Ballerina already, which is like a spin-off of John
yeah,
Wick.
that and Sisu.
Oh, yeah.
That trailer
Sisu looks
nuts.
awesome. Yeah, Sisu looks great.
I want to see that so bad.
So
Mm-hmm.
I also want to go in with Super Lloyd.
it looked awesome.
Yeah.
Just it's like John Wick, but in the West, Wild
Yeah,
West.
and like where Nazis exist. It's
Yeah.
like Indiana Jones meets John Wick.
yeah.
All right, so I want to know what you guys thought about Creed 3. So spoiler alert for Creed 3, because you had seen Creed 2 for the first time not too long prior. I saw it and we already had all our thoughts about Creed
Yeah.
2 out there. So yeah, what did you think?
Amazing.
Actually, really good.
Yeah.
Creed 3?
Creed
Yeah.
3.
Oh,
You're like,
wow.
are you sure?
I was
I
surprised.
think I forgot your reactions to movies, and I for some reason thought that like this one was like one of the negatives. But now you're saying like I remember you guys did say you liked it. A lot.
Yeah.
The second one was a lot more comical. This one, I feel like, I don't know who wrote it or what
I
happened,
know Michael
but
B. Jordan directed it himself.
Yeah, he had the creative control over this one.
wow. So this one was definitely the superior Creed. Like, the other two's
of a higher
they
Creed.
were all right. Yeah. The other twos were all right. The second one, I feel like, surprisingly, even though it involved Ivan Drago, I liked it less. And
The first two were just okay, I felt. I
yeah,
didn't even feel like they were great.
not terrible. But
Yeah.
this one was awesome. Like, this one had it had really good everything. It had the like interaction between him and his daughter. His daughter's older now.
Yeah, and he's
like,
smart dad
yeah,
instead of like
yeah.
a weird dumb dad.
Yeah, he was like a sweet person, and he wasn't like horribly violent. He's just trying to prove himself now, or like trying because technically he's like spoiler alert, retired and everything, but then he gets brought out of retirement and everything. So because of a bad person that comes back into his life.
Yeah.
And then he's like Goku.
Yeah, the movie is about Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
Meeting, and they used to know each other on the Saiyan planet instead, and they were kind of buds.
Oh, okay.
But then he comes back and he's like, look, I want to be a little bit of buds, and then he goes full Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
And then from then on, the movie is Goku and Vegeta. And it's neat because even he wasn't kidding, dude. The fights are like weird anime fights instead of just normal boxing. And that was fucking awesome the way they did it.
Cool.
Yeah,
It was fresh. It wasn't like the other two boxing movies. It wasn't like Rocky or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was unique. Like, I feel like that's what Creed was missing. Like, to be a little different.
Have, like its own unique flavor.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, everyone's opinions are different. But I guess I had my main question I'll come back to, but like what the appeal of the first Creed, it was Ryan Coogler, the guy that did like the Black Panther movies. It's like, I think it started as him having a fan fiction for Rocky and like, you know, doing something with Creed's kid. And then all of a sudden they're like, I guess he pitched it and they're like, oh, go ahead and do it. So it's like, you have that vision, you have like that like flavor and a unique perspective. So maybe Michael B. Jordan and whoever like helped write with the movie or whatever had that for this movie. And they're able to like execute it that way. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, and what's cool too is that it's like at the end of the day a story about like a guy and his like pseudo brother. So they also have that like family connection, and Creed is actually like caring and trying to do something for him, whereas in all the other movies it remind me of like the I Think You Should Leave guy, where he's like, oh, I used to be a big old piece of shit.
He still had moments like that, because
But less.
I mean, with his mom and everything.
Yes, but
and
significantly less, because in the other movies he was an
significantly
asshole
less.
to everybody.
Yeah.
In this one, he's trying to be a good dad, he's trying to be a good like brother, and he's a really shitty son.
Nice.
So
He tries to make up for it on like the whole like bed confessional.
yeah. But no, it was really neat. I was happy with the direction the movie went. There's a scene where I was like, I don't know if I'm watching Silent Hill, an anime, or
my
a movie
God,
about boxing. I was like, I don't know what this is right now. And I was still entertained by it. And it was pleasant. Bridget had not seen... No, she did see them, or she watched them recently or something. And she was also surprisingly a fan of it, even though it took like a really wacky direction from the first two.
Interesting.
So,
All right, so I feel like the point of conversation for the Creed movies is, I guess it's like a two-part question. As you know, at least as far as I am aware, Sylvester Stallone / Rocky is not in this movie. A, do they ever reference Rocky? And then B, it's like a more like overarching question. It sounded like the reason why he wasn't in the movie, or I don't know if like if he was like not in the movie because of like his opinion or like other people's opinions, because he said all weirdness about like who owns the franchise and gets like ownership money. He wants like money for his like family and stuff like that, and apparently he'll never get it. Which I don't even know what side of that to like side on. I feel like that's between him. Anyways, but I felt like he was like the Rocky movies are always about like uplifting, and you know, it's like I think the first, I mean I think the Rocky movies, and then more or less the first two Creed movies, they're like pretty simple popcorn movies. They're just like, yeah, you just go in, you watch a training montage, the dude has a pretty sick fight, and that's basically the movie. So did this movie do something a little extra?
I feel like it did. I mean, in Rocky, it was generally pretty grounded. This one, I feel like they went to new heights in regards to like, especially that last fight, where that
I'm just
Silent
imagining
Hill
the Goku Vegeta fight
Yeah.
like on like pillars and stuff like that out in like the desert.
Oh man,
just that, but in a boxing game.
Yeah.
More cell games.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
But then whatchamacallit? Oh no, I feel like it was exciting. It didn't have that weird training montage like it did before, where he's boxing underwater. Like I feel like
Well, you
the
can't do that
training
twice.
No, he was punching trees in this one.
Yeah, this one he was doing.
trees.
Yeah, he was trying to toughen up his knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one had, I feel like, a more grounded training thing, even though he was still fighting the same guy.
It
that
had
big
a
guy,
better
and Drago.
training one than both
my
the
God,
first two
yeah.
movies, because the first two movies the second movie specifically, he was just fighting this random guy just in this place that Rocky dropped him off. It was like, all right, go fight him. And in this one, Drago
that
comes back and
combat.
Drago's like, look, I want to train you to beat him.
Oh, so Drago's cool in this one.
Yeah.
So the shit that I wish happened in the last one is actually happening in
I
this
like
one.
that the whole thing about Drago being bros with
That's what I
Adonis.
wanted.
That was sick.
That's how I wanted Creed 2 to end, but it didn't. So it's like it happened off screen.
Yeah. So that he really is like Goku. He's like building alliances
With
in
his
this
old
movie.
enemies.
Yeah. It's crazy, but it's fun to
Does
watch.
Goku fuck on Master Roshi's couch?
Yeah, once or
Apparently.
twice.
He gets that chi-chi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, pie.
Yeah, and like that whole training sequence there, it felt like it made more sense too, where it incorporated the aspect of like he's actually remembered, like an anime where he remembered how he actually got through the old fights and stuff, where it's like he was beaten, he was broken down in the old fights, and he still managed to pull through. So he uses his Zenkai boost even in this
Yeah.
to like train and realize that he has that ability to do that. And it comes out. It ended up being so cool.
Nice.
Very happy.
Very good. All right, cool. I look forward to watching it. I feel like I'll probably see
It sucks. It sucks ass. It's garbage, bullshit, dog shit. Now
Yeah.
watch it. Now
It sucks. Ass.
Now watch it.
12 times.
Speaking of movies that suck ass, I'm just kidding. What movie would you like to talk about next? You got how about you talk about Shazam 2? Fury of the Gods.
I know that one a lot of people didn't really like, but I thought it was fine. I thought it followed suit with the first movie. I thought it was just as fun.
Not that we all saw the first movie. I think enjoyed it, but it's not like we're like, oh, we're super fans now of Shazam. We're like, oh, it's a fun, simple movie, whatever.
And watch, it had its humor in it. This one was fun to watch. It had humor mixed into it as well. I don't know. I thought it wasn't bad. I thought the whole dynamic with the villains was a little weird, but that's about it. Whatever, because that one turns tides and everything, and the other one was the
Her power
love
was
interest.
cool though.
Yeah,
That
she
one
was. It reminded me of The Simpsons also, when that whole dome thing happened. I was like, Simpsons did it.
Yes, yeah, I was thinking the same
They
thing.
did the dome again?
They
they
did
did the dome.
Everything does the dome at some point.
Yeah.
The Dimmadome.
Now- yeah,
Dome.
The old DCEU
Yeah,
now has a dome movie.
It's all I could think about was that South Park episode. Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it. I was like, my
There
God.
with you were like, shut up.
Yeah. You guys.
Yeah, no, I thought the movie was fun, enjoyable watch, very casual movie watch.
Mhm.
For a movie that I once again from the trailers was like, oh, this is gonna be dog shit. My major gripe with the movie was I couldn't feel threatened by these villains because they're just like two old women.
Yeah, they were pretty decrepit.
Helen Mirren or something, right?
I,
You're just like, wow.
Except for one of them. One of them
on a
was youngin.
I'm
Yeah.
on a quest for tea. The perfect cup of tea.
yeah.
Even though she was, what, 1,600 years old or something like that? Or what was the story between her?
Yeah, she was old, but
And
looked
then
young.
it's like, uh-oh. Like, I think...
they even say it in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like, oh, this makes me uncomfortable now that I know you're 1,600 years old.
Yeah.
But now that they acknowledge it, it's okay. Because they...
Well, will they fall in love?
Yes, there is a love interest with the 1,600-year-old person
Yeah.
that they reveal later on after they're trying to, like, swoon each other. They're
Yeah.
courting each other and everything.
yeah.
Courting
Yeah,
each other?
they're courting each other. So...
That's how you...
so they're doing the whole courting thing, and then lo and behold, yeah, it turns out she drops that bomb on everybody where she's 1,600 years old.
Yep. And he's like, what, 16?
Yes, I think roughly.
Yeah, 16,
Or they're
17?
17 going on 18 because
Yeah.
they're about to graduate or something.
True.
Actually, what are they the same age? Is he a year younger? Maybe he's a
I
year
don't know.
younger.
I just like to say that
So
he's
it was
16.
one way or another.
it was MILF Manor season 2.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
Just-
All right.
she's just 1,000 times your age. That's all. No big deal.
Mhm.
His kids, right?
No, she didn't have kids.
Oh,
Not that we're aware
I'm
of.
glad she gave a very
I guess.
detailed life history in this movie. You know everything about her. She didn't have kids, you know.
Yeah.
She liked bowling.
She really did like
Bowling.
bowling a lot. That bowling scene was really funny.
Legend of Korra.
Yeah, bowling. No, I was pleasantly surprised with the movie. I was happy. It was same.
Yeah, it was fine. The whole
same
thing,
vibe as the first one.
Spoiler alert, that Skittle line. That was fun.
That's another movie that took a line from the trailer out.
Did it?
Because he goes, I just threw a bus at a dragon or whatever. And they took that out of the movie,
Wow.
too.
Man,
Yeah.
is that the new thing with trailers?
Yeah.
They're just eliminating lines that were said?
Maybe trailers are like the opportunity to like test shit. They're like,
Guess
this is like something we were on the fence about. And they're like, it is out. Well,
Yeah.
how would you compare this movie to Black Adam?
I think I liked it more than Black Adam.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Black Adam, I think that one kid kind of threw us out of it.
He was the co-lead, so it's not like he was a side character. He was
Yeah.
basically always there.
I don't know if it was the director that ended up like messing with them because he did that quiet speech to a large group of people. Yeah. That was so bizarre.
Could have used a second take. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it more than Black Adam. But I don't, it's weird.
I don't hate Black
Yeah.
Adam. I thought it was fine.
Does it feel like a completely different movie though? Does it just like does it seem like apples and oranges, or does
Then
it,
Black Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's interesting.
It really doesn't feel like they take place anywhere near each other.
No.
Except they do like the cameo shit again, which it was enjoyable watching the movie, but when you think back to it, it's like, God, stop doing the same fucking cameo. Like the post
Wonder
one.
Woman.
No, the
Oh.
post one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, they did the same post cameo as the first Shazam. Well, they don't show a face; they just show a suit.
No,
right?
no, they don't do that one. They do like the one that all the other DC ones have been doing after like the Suicide Squad.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. All right.
Which is weird because it's like you're not even connecting the movies. Stop doing this.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well. Oh yeah, did they come out with a trailer for the Blue Beetle movie?
they
Yep.
did.
And it was released during
I
that
forgot
movie.
to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. Does it,
It
look
was
cool?
fine. So far, it looks like
With
Iron
Miguel?
Man.
Yeah, it does look like Iron Man.
Hmm.
It's like this is their new, and this is going to be the first movie of the new DC.
Is it though?
Yeah.
So was James Gunn involved with it way before they like publicized it? Because that shit was announced years ago.
I know, yeah, no, he's not technically involved, but it is technically the first movie of the new DC phase thing. Yeah, I
I don't
know.
even know what that means.
Yeah, well, because Flash is going to reset everything. So,
What if it
Supposedly.
does? Yeah, what if it doesn't?
yeah, I love that. Like we've been saying it for years, and then even James Gunn was like, "It's going to reset," and then it doesn't. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
It's gonna reset exactly where it was.
Yeah, Henry Cavill flies down. He's like, I can't
Oh
wait
my
to be in the
God.
next one. It's like, But yeah, they said this is the Blue Beetle's the first one in the new DC.
They probably made some big changes, like did reshoots and stuff like that since James Gunn came aboard. So could have had his big old footprint on it.
Apparently, Warner Brothers Discovery is getting sued
What?
over scrapping all that shit that they scrapped.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
That's crazy and interesting.
Yeah, because Batgirl was noted in it too, because they were like minimizing the catalog for customers. It was like a weird lawsuit thing that's happening with them now.
That's neat. Yeah, bring back F Boy Island. That's we know why they're having that lawsuit.
Yeah, and the other one that close enough that we used to watch.
Oh, man. That show was awesome.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
to both shows that they ripped out with that merger, and then the
Amongst many others.
yeah, the Scooby Doo crypto movie.
The Scooby
Whoa.
Yeah, where he invests in crypto.
Yeah, Scooby Doo.
Wait, they scrapped that?
The Scooby Doo crypto movie's
They
out.
scrappied
yeah.
it. Sorry,
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of the Super Dog one.
Crypto the Super Dog.
Yeah.
it's-
Scooby-Doo and Crypto.
With Batman? The Bat Dog?
No. Crypto, Superman's dog.
The show.
Yeah, Superman's dog, but isn't Batman's dog in it also? They scrapped
I don't
that?
We're
know.
talking about the League of Super Pets.
Oh!
Oh no, Super Pets movie that's out.
All right.
Just not the Scooby Doo one.
I thought they showed that in theaters.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. Like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they scraped it from our brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Tony's thoughts are gone.
Those hoes over there?
Those hoes.
Boats and hoes.
Mm.
Anyways,
I don't know.
I am.
I mean, that's okay. So you got a winning streak. So the last, I think, one that we didn't talk about yet is the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Awesome. So you go into a movie with Chris Pine.
I love Chris Pine. That automatically. And
Really?
the trailer, I thought the trailer was fun. So I was
agree.
expecting it to be a fun watch. I never seen the original Dungeons and Dragons movie. Have you guys?
No.
No.
Maybe that should be something we watch. I don't know if
Right
it's
now.
free anywhere, but ooh,
I was, yeah.
the Easter Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh
movie.
my god.
So
I said the word.
was it like a Jumanji type of thing where like these are like people from the real world that got like sucked into a game or something?
No.
That's what I was kind of expecting, but no, they actually didn't go that route. It was actually grounded in the lore of Dungeons and Dragons.
The
and it was
trailer
neat.
doesn't give that vibe. Okay, it's interesting.
Yeah. Just because you think it would have been something like that because of the humor behind it.
Yeah, I thought they
but
were
it
all
was
like
fun.
discovering things like, oh, so these are the rules and like whatever. But
No, I also thought it was gonna have like that Will Ferrell Lego movie scene where
Yeah.
the kids like playing with the Legos and Will Ferrell's like, "Don't fucking play with my Lego." But I thought it was gonna be like them playing D&D and being like, "Oh, like," dude. But no, that wasn't in there either.
Huh.
It was just all campaign, no like outside campaign stuff.
Okay.
It was
I was
pretty. Kind of happy about that too,
Yeah.
actually.
Likewise, I was expecting McLovin to be at the end and be like, roll your dead 20.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be, what's the guy from Grandma's Boy? Jonah Hill.
Oh my god.
Like Jonah Hill being there too. Maybe even Seth Rogen. Be like, yeah, that was a bad roll.
yeah, he's playing the girl from Fast and Furious. Thanks. No, I was expecting something like that too, where it's like, oh no, like these are the characters, but these are the people playing them. But nope.
Yeah.
it's all in that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool. And I guess they did a good job because you guys aren't saying anything shitty about it.
What was cool about the movie is playing D&D as shitty as we've played it.
Yeah. Which is fine. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Dungeons and Dragons has humor in it if you play it that way. If you want
Yes.
to play it more serious, you can, but
But
So is it possible that the people that take it extremely seriously wouldn't have liked this movie? Be like,
I think
fucking
that's a-
joke.
I don't know. I
possibility.
feel like a lot of the people in the movie theater really enjoyed it, and it seemed like there were people like us because they were all like excited about it and being like, "Oh yeah, roll!" and like
that one guy
Yeah.
that was yelling,
yeah,
he's got the cape. I was like, what
yeah.
the?
Yeah, it seemed like this was a pretty universal. I could be wrong, but it seemed like people really enjoyed what they did. Like, I feel like they must have read their manuals and gotten the items out of like a D&D
Yeah.
rule book.
But it's
and-
the guy who directed the Spider-Man Homecoming, or the first one, that Spider-Man. And I watched the Comic-Con panel with them, and they're really into D&D, and so is Bev from
from shoot
It.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
She was saying that like she would go and she had to switch schools or something, and she'd go and back with the people just to play the campaign with them. The only guy who was like, I have no experience with D&D, I don't even know what this is.
Chris Pine,
No,
Mickey Blue Eyes.
was the guy. Yeah, is that what you're calling him, Mickey
Yeah.
Blue Eyes? The
Yeah,
guy
that-
who's on the blimp and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mickey Blue Eyes.
Yeah. Hugh, not Jackman. Hugh Grant.
Yes, he's the only one that's like, I don't even know what D&D the fuck is.
I'm too busy
my God.
having sex.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, when you're watching the movie, if you've played like any form of D&D, it was cool for me to be like, oh, like these are the players, and like these are their turns, and if like something really shitty happens, like, oh, that was a bad roll. So it's like weird to think of a movie like that, but because strictly it was a D&D movie, that's how my
Yeah.
brain was like thinking of it.
if you play tabletops, I feel like you like it. Just
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of life is just like a tabletop.
And Rachel's character was in the movie.
Oh my
Ravenclaw.
god! Yeah. Oh my god.
Because they fucking I don't want to spoil shit, but it's very beginning of the movie, and they do something with this bird
Oof.
character,
Yeah.
and it's very similar to what happens to like
God.
Rachel's character whenever we play a D&D, where she's like trying to fly, but she like fucking
Eat
face
shit.
plants and eat shit. Yeah, because she's like, I want to fly across here. I'm like, all right, roll, and she'll get like a 1. So I'm like, all right, you fly, you fall into the floor, you fall in quicksand, and now you gotta roll out of it. So it was funny to see like shit happen like that in the movie too. It's like, oh man, that's a really fucking bad roll.
Nice.
Very
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very, very good movie.
Nice. All right. So there's been some trailer stuff. There's some TV stuff. Alex, you said you've only watched a couple of the new Mandalorian episodes.
Yes.
I too am not currently up to date. Is it spoilery to say, like, did you hear about the who was in the most recent episode, like acting wise?
Julia
Oh
Louis
yes,
Dreyfus.
I did hear about it actually.
Yeah. That the most recent episode of The Mandalorian, which I have not seen as of yet, I think I'm like 1 or 2 away from it, has both Jack Black and Lizzo in it.
What?
Mhm.
Dude, that's crazy.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're there. I don't know if they're in the same scene or not. I have no clue.
All right, now I got to start like.
That's what I convinced
after
you.
the
I gotta get
circle
to
now.
season 3,
Yeah,
episode
now-
6 or 7.
I'm gonna have to whittle my way through the Mandalorian. It'll take me 3 years.
So I don't know. I'm not like your standard probably like intense Star Wars fan, because I was always just like, just entertain me. I'm simple and easy, but they do get extra points if they are like can pull off something kind of like cool and like a cool overarching story, which I feel like season 1 and 2 did very well. This third season, I've seen people online have been very critical of it, and I get it. Like, it doesn't seem like there's like the big like good guy bad guy stuff is like clearly displayed. Where they left off with the Gus Fring character is very unclear, and they're just like sort of like each episode's got like its own side plot, and I'm not really sure what it's building towards. Like the Mandalorians are doing this and that and hanging out, and they're like trying to build a community. I don't know. I think they're playing pickleball in the next episode.
And you saw what I meant, right? By the like first episode being like nothing more than just setup. Is like
Premise and setup.
yeah.
Maybe it's because I was already mentally prepared for that. I saw it, I was like, oh, is that what this is? Like, it's kind of fun, even though they're
Yeah.
like, sir, this is an elementary school. You can't drink here or something like that. I'm like, this isn't Star Wars. And he was like, I'm going in there and drinking.
Yeah, very strange. And he's like, go to my house and hang out and drink there. He's like, no,
I only drink in elementary school. Oh my
I'm the bad guy now.
It used to be my bar or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have these.
That actually happens.
They have like the most cartoony space pirates that look like the Pirates of the Caribbean characters / Voldemort, which is still just a Pirates of the Caribbean character. Yeah, they're just space pirates. And I guess they're just there for fun. You didn't get to see what their like head honcho looks like yet, right?
No.
There's something that I know he looks like, and when you guys see it, I want you to tell me. He just looks like a Sesame Street character. He looks like a green asparagus monster. I don't know. He's normal human size, and he's just like flying a spaceship, but they show him, and he's like, I know like Star Wars is always Muppet theater, but like this, I feel like this season is taking it as like really up the Muppet.
Oh my God.
And, like a lot more Muppets in this.
Is
one.
Jon Favreau still working on it?
Oh yeah, he's writing every episode.
Good.
I think the last 2 might have been co-writes with others. The most recent one was a co-write with Dave Filoni, so that it's like, at least the crew's still intact.
Yeah.
It is still like whatever. They can't say it's like they're like Simpsons different writing teams and like it's falling apart. So
Yeah.
I'm sure Dave Filoni's like working a lot more on the Ahsoka show though. No, since that's his baby,
I think so.
I would imagine.
It was interesting to see the way the show's going. It's not bad.
It was a downhill.
Yeah,
like,
I know my
gesture.
hand did that. That was subconscious. But it's not like terrible. It's just like, I don't know. The spice it had when it first came out of being like, wow, this is really good shit.
Is this the man?
Yes.
Wait, let me see that.
Spinach boy?
He looks like Swamp Thing, but with a really derpy ass.
You don't talk,
Yeah, he looks like he talks like that.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the leader of the space pirates.
He looks like if someone said
Wow.
make shit a Sesame Street
He
character.
reminds
Make-
me of like an Ent from The Lord of the Rings.
I am an ant. I'm like, I can't take this villain seriously.
Oh man.
He looks like a romaine salad. I love him. I'm saving him.
You're just gonna scroll through and giggle at it.
And the new meme we're gonna get from Matt every now and then, a text message of Mr. Lettuce.
Yeah.
Between Ash Ketchum and Mr. Lettuce.
You know, like the dancing, like
Lobsters?
I take your picture and make it dance and sing to songs.
Yes.
Like,
Oh my God.
When I was bored and on Snapchat yesterday, they made that a filter on Snapchat as well. And so it's like you could do that with him. You could capture his face and make him start like singing and dancing and stuff.
Oh my god, I used to love doing those.
Jib
things.
jab.
Yeah, Jib Jab was great. That would crack me up.
My
I'd be
uncle
like,
used
look
to-
how
I
stupid
don't know
we
if
look.
those words have ever been said. Jib Jab is great.
It is.
My uncle used to send it to us all the time, and we'd be like,
It's so cringy, but it's
the rule is you always have to do it with dead relatives, right?
yeah, that's the new rule. I like it.
"What a
Oh
rule!
my God.
What a rule!"
Yeah.
Damn.
So in summary, I think that the Mandalorian. I don't know.
Is there any dead Mandalorian people? Dead Mandalorian cast that you'd like to
Plenty.
see in the Jib Jab?
Their whole people was wiped out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all wearing the same helmets. That's
Yeah.
easy.
We can talk after the podcast is over. Let's just say there's a certain princess of the original trilogy.
Oh, we killed her.
That's
That sucks.
I know that was.
This is what my
Our
brain
bad.
went to, and I couldn't unthink it.
Sorry.
Yeah, that sucked. I
Yeah.
hated that.
Well, that's okay. They live on through Jib Jab.
Yeah, that's true. Inserted at the end of the video.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So, can you have like a GIF as podcast start?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, you can.
It'll happen.
All right. So this is not a movie that you saw in theaters because it's all older, but you've been catching up on the Fast and Furious movies. It's been a little while since we talked about your watches of these movies on Pseudo Adults, but
We've been working on slowly but surely.
so
very
what are
slowly.
you up to?
6.
Fast 6. Is it Furious? No, it's Fast 6, right? Fast 5, Fast 6? No. Fast and Furious?
It was just at Fast and Furious 6.
All right.
I don't know if it's because they have Too Fast, Too Furious, Fate of the Furious.
I mean, you guys literally just saw it, but my brain's telling me from staring at these titles over time, being like, I thought it was Fast 5, and I thought the 6 was just called like Fast and Furious.
That could be it.
Yeah, all right.
That could be.
Anyways,
I don't know. Yeah.
so what do you think? You've been like gung ho on this franchise, or like it's just getting better? The cars just drive faster. The family keeps growing.
Oh, the family keeps growing. I know, honestly, like, I feel like this movie was so weird. Like, I didn't even know it was all the same movie. It just felt like it was chopped up pieces. Like, it felt like a chopped cheese movie.
Chopped cheese movie.
Yeah. All over the place.
Yeah, we watched Fast 5 how long ago?
I remember
Like, long
having a
time.
fondness for that one. That one was
Yeah.
fun.
And this movie felt like we hadn't stopped watching since we'd seen Fast 5. It felt like all that break was just watching this movie, and it was a pain to get through. And I don't know if that was just
This one was a rough one. Like, I can't even really think of, like, what was the thing that was so bad about it? Like, I don't know. Maybe it was the length. Maybe it was the champagne, too, like, kicking
but
in
the
that
whole
we
thing
were
didn't
like...
fucking make sense.
It didn't at all. Like, a lot of the scenes didn't really add up to, like, the other scenes that were played. Like, or at least that was from our recollection.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt like a hot mess. Like, I don't understand the script writing. A lot of the humor wasn't there. The fun wasn't even, like, fully there. There was a lot of weird stuff that just...
They fly Paul Walker out to imprison him just so he could talk to that guy. And then you're like, oh, now he's in prison. How's he going to get out? And they just fly him back out.
His character goes to prison?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's technically wanted after the Fast 5.
Oh, okay.
And they were using him to get close to the other guy, the Shaw.
Yeah, I don't even know who that guy really was or
That
why.
was like Shaw's friend. I thought that guy died during that explosion. Was that the same guy? Because
That's what they said.
Didn't he have the bomb in his bag too? Like, that guy should have been dead.
I don't even know.
I have no idea. But it just seemed, it didn't add up. Like, something about it didn't add up.
The
And
big
it just
thing
felt messy.
Yeah, the big thing in the movie is that they brought back Letty, right? Who died in
Yeah, Tokyo Drift.
no,
Or which one?
she died.
Oh no, she died in like 3 or something. Or 4.
She died early in,
Yeah.
and they bring her character back, and Paul Walker says, "We buried her," and the
Even
villain
everybody was confused.
and the villain goes, you don't know what you buried.
Yeah, so if everybody else is confused, how is it supposed to make sense to us?
I was literally like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what? I'm like, no, you can't say that after he's like, we literally buried her.
Yeah, we saw her corpse. She was cut up. They weighed her organs.
Yeah.
How is she alive?
And he's like, no, that wasn't her. This is her. And she's back and she doesn't have her memories.
She doesn't have her memory. It's like Resident Evil 5 with Jill.
Except it's not resolved at the end of the movie.
Is she one of the love interests?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
she's
Paul Walker's?
Vin Diesel's.
Yes.
Michelle Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
So she's back. She's back. And it's this whole confusing mess. It's so weird. And then she's like, there's moments where you think that she remembers stuff, but she doesn't remember stuff.
Yeah, because Vin Diesel's like, you got to stop driving like that, and she says the exact reason why, and you're like, oh my god, like
She's remembering.
Yeah,
and then she doesn't remember.
Yeah, I'm like, literally, she just remembered because she said that, and she's not shooting Vin Diesel right now. And then he's like, so now you remember? She's like, no.
All right.
And then
writing.
later in the movie, she's holding like a chain, a necklace, and a photo of her and Vin Diesel kissing. And he goes, oh, so you remember now? And she's like, no.
This movie is amazing writing. I love it.
It was so fucking bad. And Gal Gadot's character, at the end of the last...
That gun dance? Look, what the fuck was that? There's people surrounding her and the other guy from Tokyo Drift. And they're just like, where do I point? So they do this weird, like, gun dance thing, and it's like, what are you doing? Who does that?
Yeah, if they were shooting, that'd be different, but they weren't. They were just...
It was probably the stupidest thing I've seen out of all of these other
sounds
movies.
really funny.
It was bad, dude.
This is a perfect drinking movie, but it's not an enjoyable movie.
That's too bad. I wonder what they did wrong.
And we fell asleep how many times? I must have
A lot
fallen
during that.
asleep at least 4 times.
Paul Walker's wife is like getting threatened, and they're like, we have her on the phone. We're literally going to kill her.
Yeah.
And then she's in the same town as them all of a sudden, and on the plane that they're...
Yeah, that was weird. I thought I woke up and it just, like, I missed the scene, but you were like, no, she's just there.
Yeah, me and Matt looked at each other for maybe a second to make a joke, and then we looked back at the movie, and then she was on the plane, and I was like, how the fuck...
She teleported?
Yeah, I'm like...
She's Nightcrawler now.
His crew went out to get her, and also... They arrested his crew, and they're like, we have him and his crew. And they're like, not the whole crew. It's like, then why did you establish their crew?
She was in the shitter the whole time on the plane?
I think so. It was so dumb. It was so stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand who wrote this movie, but damn.
And the movie starts
Was
with...
it the other people that wrote the other
I think it's
Fast
the same
movies?
people. I think it is.
That's right. Oh, I mean, they did write
Yeah.
all the other ones, but man, this was their sloppiest attempt at writing it. Did they not, like, get assistance with this one or something?
The guy who writes them has basically said, like, I could do whatever I want with this series. I don't care. Like,
And definitely by this point.
yeah. And the movie, even the way it starts when The Rock recruits them, and the reason why he's doing it, we didn't quite understand even at the start of the fucking movie. Remember, we're like, wait, so why is... And then like, this is a stage job. They're gonna take down Interpol, and we're like,
That was so dumb.
like, what the fuck
But
does
then
that
guy's
mean?
alive in prison.
Yeah. So the whole thing was...
And they blew up the whole area. Like, how is... I'm sorry, I just can't get my mind past that guy. Like, I'm so confused.
Does Gal Gadot ever get brought back to life? Because they didn't show her body.
Oh, no.
They were just like, she dead.
I don't remember her in the 7th one, maybe in the 8th one.
Oh, I looked up. This was called Fast and Furious 6. Maybe I was thinking like the 4th one was Fast and Furious then.
Yeah.
Fast.
I know F8 was Fate of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm curious to see, because I like 1, 2 skip a few. Actually, I've seen 1, 2, and 3. I don't think I ever saw 4, 5, or 6. And then for whatever reason, our friend like back in the day invited us to see Furious 7 in theaters, and I saw it. And I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I went in like, I don't really know what the characters have been up to. I don't really give a crap. So the thing is, like, you guys might give half a crap because you've been watching it and like you want them to keep things interesting for the crew.
All of them so far have been great up until this last one.
I just remember the car driving from one skyscraper
Dubai.
into another skyscraper.
That was awesome. That scene was fun.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's still fun.
Oh,
exactly. I want to just know,
That's
like, how
the next one.
Yep.
For
Yeah, that'll be the final Paul Walker one.
feel free to watch my God Mole on my voodoo.
I guess.
We got to catch up because 10 is coming out.
Yeah, that's our main end game of this is to prepare for 10. But as they go on, they just get longer and longer. It really becomes like that movie.
Wait, Jason
was long.
Statham's
Still not. He's not Shaw. Shaw's in the movie. We swear it was Jason Statham. The guy was a different person in the 6th movie. It was so weird.
Yeah, because we also have to watch Hobbs and Shaw, the one where they're all of a sudden there's superheroes.
With it's presumably Jason Statham. Now I'm feeling
Yeah.
like I had a Mandela.
No, I swear to God, it's Jason Statham.
Yeah.
But in this movie, Shaw
They
is
had to explain
introduced.
it.
He's there the whole movie, and he's not Jason Statham.
Yep. I feel like it's a brother thing. I feel like the brother.
Yeah, but it's probably like a stupid shit where they did like
some weird dumb thing.
with like Letty coming back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, no, well this is a real
This
Shaw.
is the brother. This is the real one. Or like a Mandarin kind of thing from the 3rd Iron Man.
Yeah,
like
it's like,
something
I
like
am the
that.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want. So yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right because
Well, they bring
happen.
back the guy who dies in Tokyo Drift. They made these 2 movies prequels because they didn't know what to do because they killed him in Tokyo Drift.
I'm surprised. Like, I thought that these were afterwards, and you're like, no, these are prequels. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oof.
And in both movies, at the end of 5 and 6, they're like, hey, what are you going to do, guy who dies in Tokyo Drift? He's like, I'm going to Tokyo.
Yeah.
what were you
He's still
expecting?
going to Tokyo. He's going to
Right.
Tokyo twice.
So where do you think I go? I die in
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift.
What were you expecting, Detroit?
Oh, my God. Chris.
All right. So I guess we'll dive now into what we like to dive now, which is the realm of reality TV. Matt, as we've been saying, you've been catching up on The Circle.
Circle's fun. I like it.
What you up to now?
I just saw, what's that guy from Nigeria get kicked off?
My queen.
Yeah, my queen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy I didn't feel bad for because he was...
so you're on the most recent season.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yes, I'm on the most recent season. I'm almost done, but I keep falling asleep during, like, the 9th episode, I want to say it is. But, yeah, once I saw him get kicked, I was like, all right, I don't hate this. It's not bad. This one, I don't see, like, why people don't like it that much. I think it follows suits with the other seasons. I was happy to see Shuby come back.
Yeah, Shuby
Yeah.
returning was cool.
Yeah, Shuby was fun. It was weird that they're just like, oh, you're a catfish, but I guess it makes sense because he was already on the first season, and if everybody else was already on the previous seasons,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, watching the previous season,
Yeah,
I
you
should
can't
say,
come back and be like,
Yeah.
it's me again.
Yeah, it's me again. Guess what? People would have probably automatically thought he was a catfish or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm still on the boat that the show is trying as hard as possible to like fuck with the people.
They are.
Because they're like, oh, well, you're back and you're a catfish and you have to do this. Oh, these people are fighting. Well, now let's introduce this game where they have to like air it out.
yeah.
I'm like, man, fuck, this is dirty sometimes.
Oh man, it gets really bad once it's the anonymous games and everything. It seems like they added more of that during this season, which I liked.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it really makes people throw some shit into the
Stir
batter.
some shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. So it's like you guys watched the whole show. I just sort of like that, and the next thing we're going to talk about just sort of like jumped in at like the most recent season. So it's interesting to hear the perspective of.
Big time.
They're always trying to up the ante. Though it's not like this
Yeah.
one. We're gonna make it a little more chill.
I feel like this one had the most cursing because of Chaz. Chaz is just like us, where it's just like, oh, fucking shit! Oh, fuck!
I didn't even think about it really. No one else was like
No,
that?
nobody else was really like, or
That's
at least
funny.
to my recollection, everybody else was pretty tame, I feel like, on camera. Whereas Chaz was just like, oh, shit! Oh, fucking shit! I can't believe they kicked them. It's like, all right, Chaz, I feel you.
Yeah, yeah, we're soulmates.
Yeah.
There's a
Guzband.
Yeah, yes,
The
Guzman.
Guzband.
Poor Auntie Jen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you didn't get up to that yet? Wait, no, you have.
What happened?
The hacker? Have you
Yeah.
gone to the hacker
Yeah,
yet?
I saw. I got onto them being the hacker, but I didn't really get to see
Okay.
anything of them being the hacker, hacking anybody.
They goof up.
No, but it's... Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I give props to the person that really caught on to it. 'Cause-
I agree.
Yes, and
I agree.
yeah. So I was like, good for them. Because they're always taking their fucking notes and
Is
like...
it fucking Tom?
Do you want the answer?
Sure.
No.
Ah, wow. Because Tom was really weird about the Nigerian man, and it was like
Tom lives in a bridge or like on the...
under a bridge. He's a troll.
Yeah, but like he like... What is the story? He actually like lives in like the Tower of London or
Yeah,
something
he
like
does.
that.
He lives in the Tower of London. He was like sent to boarding school because his parents, what were they doing? I forgot.
I have no clue.
Something.
That time where Tom was like, I better get real because they think that I'm a cartoon character, which I am. Yeah, Tom was cool. I actually like Tom. With all that said.
Tom was so strategic when I think he should have played. Like, everyone says he's super funny and like hilarious.
I don't find him
But
that
he's-
funny, but I
he's-
find him strategic.
It's also not
yeah.
a funny circumstance. Like, it's
Yeah.
hard to be funny, so I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, they're definitely limited per chats per day. So it's like if you're shooting funny stuff all day, and then people are like, "Oh, that guy fucking sucks."
Yeah, why are they allowed like 5 exchanges back and forth like regularly?
I wish I knew because
It seems
they don't tell
arbitrary.
you. Yeah.
Circle chat. I would have responded sooner, but I caught my dingling in the toilet.
Yeah.
That would have been mine.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Flush my cock down the toilet.
Yeah. Oh no, there it goes again.
I had to get it snaked.
Trouser snake.
Rate him 1.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. I liked Raven's interpreter. I thought he was really
Me
fun.
too.
They're fun. From
Yeah.
what I've seen so far, I really hope they make it to the end because I like them both. I think they're awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are catching up on well, you're showing Matt the Love Is Blind current season, or
Yes.
Okay.
I know we watched one episode when we were hanging out last.
Maybe the first one ever, like season 1,
Yeah.
episode 1.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I got to start from the first.
Told you guys, it gets good. I promised you.
Yeah.
From what I've been seeing of the 4th season, like I really want to start watching it because I never like once we all started watching reality shows. That was kind of like the dive back in. I remember watching stuff like that with my sisters and
Yeah.
everything, but you know, after a while it faded, and it's like, all right,
Yeah.
well, it's not like really engaging. It's not like making you think a lot, or it's not like really involved. But I don't know, something about that is fun. I
Yeah.
don't know, not
Yeah,
having to
it's a
think
bizarre
about something
escape,
too
yeah.
hard. Yeah, is enjoyable.
And being able to watch it together and talk about it like we're the Gossip Girls.
yeah,
It's like really funny.
yeah.
Like, oh my God, Zach.
I think in like a dumb way. Like when I was younger, I probably cared like too much of what people would think about me and be
That's
like,
fair.
"You're watching this dumbass girly shit," and be like, "Yeah."
Now it's like,
I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah. Now I feel like a lot of people are on the same page with it.
yeah." It's
now,
like, and I have thoughts about it.
We watched all of Floribama Shore in a day.
yeah, we did.
All of a
We got-
season.
I can't believe that when you brought it up to Maggie, she was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
did you watch all of it?" And we were like, "We watched the first season." She's like, "I bought it all."
Yeah. Maggie was like, I hunted down every season. She goes, this one's on
Yeah,
this
it's
platform.
crazy
this
that
one's on
it's
this
all
one.
on like separate platforms
Yeah.
too. Like, why is it one dedicated platform holding on to Floribama Shore? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
How did Netflix get season 1?
Set the shore free, bro.
No.
But yeah, sorry. Love is blind.
Okay. Yeah. So the thing is, like, you've tried to sell us on in the past. Like, it gets good, and we watched the first episode, and they're in the pods, and they're doing their potty thing. Yeah, they're in the potty together, and I was just in my head just sort of created like, oh, this is like the show, and they propose, and then they keep talking in the pods, and they don't get to see each other till they're on the altar. And I don't just want to like watch the pod show for like 12 episodes. So I like never got into it. But lo and behold, maybe I think it was good timing. We finished up with The Circle, and I mean, I finished MILF Manor, but she was, and I don't know, just the Perfect Match show.
Yes,
like we just finished up with that, and Netflix, of course, times everything perfectly, strategically. So we're just like, oh, we're ready for a new show. Heck, new season of this Love Is Blind. Let's give it a shot. And then when I realized, oh no, they only spend like 2-3 episodes in there, and then you're out, and then it's like your standard shitty like dirty gossipy show out in the world, and it is like those other shows. Like, oh
yeah,
no, I'm 100% in, and I'm gonna go back and watch like the previous season too.
Oh my god, yeah. There's so much that some of them, like the crazy shit that they say when they're in the pods, I'm like, you dumbass. You're on TV, you stupid asshole.
Damn.
And then they get out of the... Oh, dude.
Yeah, so the first episode of this season, they showed like this one dude that I'm sorry to say that you don't see again, I think, because he's the one that was like trying to guess people's ethnicities.
What?
It was like a throwaway, like, not all the interactions went so great. Like, what are you? And he tried to like guess what they were. And I don't think that guy found anyone because you don't see him again. They like focus on the people that actually have substantial conversations.
Yeah,
that's
and
crazy.
Go somewhere. You don't remember that?
I didn't see that.
He jumped in.
Yeah.
He jumped in where me and Gianna were.
Yeah.
You didn't start from the beginning.
No.
No, I've only seen like one episode or something of the first season from whatever we watch.
Yeah.
And then I saw
like 3 or 4 or 5 yesterday.
Yeah.
The ones that were just released.
Yeah, we're missing 2. And Matt was invested enough where he was like, oh, those next 2 are out? When we got to the end of the ones that we watched.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, I'm surprised. Was it always like that? Or is this season the new thing where they started it as a weekly kind of thing?
So, from what I remember, at least when I was watching it, they saved the wedding episode.
Oh, and the live thing? So they have all of the other stuff out, but they just don't have the actual, like...
The I Do's was missing, and then they had the reunion show.
All right.
So now this one looks like they separated it more,
Wow.
and that they have the reunion show is going to be a live event.
Yes, my wife was already like made plans for us. Like we're going over her friend's house because apparently like they're watching it too.
That's awesome.
And like, all right, I guess this is happening. I have to bring my Chardonnay. And
Dude, last season, I got to show you the clip of that guy from... You actually watched it with us, I think.
Which one?
Because Bridget and you were there, where the guy was like, oh my god, like the editing destroyed me, and it's not like the kind of person I actually
Wait,
am.
is it the gangly guy from Perfect Match?
No. But the gangly guy from Perfect Match was there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Shane?
Shane was there.
With his
But
eyes.
Bugging
he's
out
crazy.
of his head.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
No, you're good.
Oh.
Was it not Shane? Yes.
Yeah, but it's the same season as Shane. And he was there and he was talking about it because that guy was a big old piece of shit the whole show. And he's trying to be like, reality TV, like, cuts it all weird and stupid, and they're going to cut this too. And they left it in, and he looked like the biggest asshole. And I was like, oh my God, like, yelling at the TV for this guy to shut up. So I can't imagine how live is going to be. It's going to be so...
Right. Yeah, that'd be interesting. that was also Francesca's critique about Perfect Match. She said that it was edited to make her look bad, which...
I don't know. I feel like if you're a crappy person, it's just going to come out regardless.
You're making out with your friend in front of people. I don't know how that looks good in any perspective.
Yeah. It's like if you're that good of a person, why not just be like that throughout? Like that's why I felt like with The Circle, like Shuby, he was awesome. Like around the clock. He was very nice, very approachable, very friendly every single time, energetic. Like there wasn't anything that could make him look bad. Same thing with Joey. Joey didn't really seem like the kind of like I'm surprised how he was on Perfect Match from what we've seen.
From what we've seen, he got better though.
Yeah,
because like it's just the first episode where he came off real
really
douchey,
horny, and
like
Joey.
I honestly don't even remember that about him. So that's interesting. Yeah,
because he was like, oh yeah, I already hooked up with Francesca. I already hooked up with
you're right. I totally forgot.
I still liked him as a person and everything.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, all right, well,
if I haven't reminded you in the last 5 minutes, I totally hooked up with Francesca.
Yeah, Perfect Match made me really like Dom, who's just like
Dom is a sweetheart.
Yeah,
Dom's really nice.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they released like the last batch of episodes for Love is Blind, I guess, until the finale and then the live reunion. I think we got like 2 more episodes to watch. So I don't know. Did you watch all of the ones that they just released?
We also have 2 more to watch, so we're on the same. I think we're on the same one.
Okay, so anyone watching this knows what we're up to. So if you don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear it. What are your thoughts on? I'm bad with names, so you know the guy that's really dreamy eyes, and the girl that doesn't want to be with him.
Yes, yeah.
And now she's like debating like going out with like this Cobra Kai villain.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the guy. Looks like Anthony Mackie, who's dating the girl.
Which one's Anthony Mackie?
Falcon.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
That's the one he's talking about. But I feel very bad for Marshall. That's the guy's name.
Oh,
yeah. I feel bad for Marshall because, God, him and that girl cannot be on the same wavelength at all. Because he's like, everything's fine. She's like, I'm not showing up to the wedding.
Yeah, she didn't try. Yeah.
And then he's like, we're in a bad situation. She goes, we're perfectly fine.
That girl is a lunatic. Like, I don't understand her at all.
I was like, I was able to say like from the get-go, like, I'm not a fan of her. She just looks like she's way too like self-involved and doesn't not room in her art for like another person. That was the vibe I got from her, and now it's becoming very apparent.
But she's going after that other guy that looks like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, they showed them on the date at the end where he brought the roses and stuff. Yeah. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, she's kind of catty, dude. She
I don't
sucks.
understand her. She's toxic.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
The way that at least they're portraying this guy that's like moving in is just like he just like. Does he think he's a good guy? Like, he's just like, I'm gonna steal your girl.
That conversation he had with him at the bar, even the guy was like, what the fuck just happened?
I feel like that guy is a good guy for breaking him away from that girl. I don't understand what that guy
you're saying
sees
he's
in her.
doing him a blessing,
doing him a favor. Yeah, like I don't understand. If he's willing to take her, God bless him.
Fair enough.
I feel like even that guy could do better than her. I don't understand what the appeal is.
To be fair, even Marshall said to the guy when he was like acting all weird with him, he goes, if you can steal her from me, good for you. Like that's totally on you. But oh man, I thought Kwame was gonna be a cool guy, and then all of a sudden, he was like cool with Chelsea too. I was like, you know what? Fine. He's going to make up for it. He's not going to be a dick. And then, bro, he just kept fucking going further down. And every time he sees Micah, he's like, maybe like we should be fucking. I'm like, how is this a thing? Like, stop.
Clayface?
Clay.
Yeah. She's got like a melty face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I said Squarehead because that's
she is square.
When I can't remember the name.
Micah?
Yeah, Micah.
Oh, well, I call her Snuffleupagus. I called Irina, what do they call her from Alice in Wonderland?
The Cheshire Cat.
Cheshire Cat, yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's out of the show.
Yeah. Do they bring everyone back for the weddings, like for the finale? Do they bring like
for
everyone,
the reunion?
The way these shows always do.
The reunion should, yeah.
That'd be fucking crazy.
And that's after everybody gets to watch it, bro. If Kwame and Chelsea make it to the altar and get married, dude, in that reunion episode, they're gonna get divorced.
That's so funny. Yeah. I feel like Kwame's such an interesting like. He's like charming and like whatever, like he is like a sophisticated dude, but then I just feel like he just wants to sleep around. and he's like into a girl until he like gets to like really know her, and he's like, oh great, I like it. He likes the getting to know you phase, and it's like, oh, you have a family? Oh, you got like a life? Oh, I like Micah because I don't know her that well. And then he probably would get to know her and be like, oh, you got a family too?
Oh, you got a dog?
Imagine if you met her friend, the one that was like really judgy about Paul.
Oh,
bro,
my God.
Yeah, that girl was wild. Like, I don't understand why she hated
too.
She needs her own show.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if it was just jealousy or like, I don't know what was up about that girl. That girl stunk.
This isn't it. This isn't it. No, this isn't it. I was
Yeah,
like,
how was she able to feel that up for one interaction?
Poor Paul's just like drinking off in the corner.
He was vibing.
Yeah.
Totally. That's awesome. All right, cool. So more to come on Love is Blind. All right, very good. Any last things? We're wrapping up. Obviously, if there's no Rachel, that means no Optimism Corner, and that also means no Batwoman, right?
That's right.
But more of that in the future.
Yeah.
Of the crew back together. Hope everyone had a good holiday if you celebrate any of them. And we'll see you guys.
Pesach. Happy Pesach.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys in episode 166.
Bruh.
Until then.
Is that the ending, bruh? That's how the show works, right?
Yeah. I was like, wait to be the first one in a long time we've ended without it.
No. Wow. Whoa, it's the ending, bro. Whoa.
Bro, whoa. Bro, whoa. Bro, whoa, whoa.
Bro, whoa, 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 whoa. Bro, whoa, 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 whoa.
Bro, whoa, 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 bro.
Okay.
I'm
Alex.
And I'm Kyle. We are Pseudo Adults.